Okay, so are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the SAP screen, right? So 1 second. Even if you miss the last class, no problem, because today I almost repeated what I have taught in my last class. Okay, so you can see SAP Easy Access.
Hmm.
So Rahul,
Yes, sir.
so Rahul,
Yes, sir.
whenever you you have any questions, you can ask me by unmute
Okay.
yourself. Okay,
Yes,
for
sir.
now you keep yourself in mute, both of you, right? So this is
Okay,
the
sir.
SAP Easy Access, and this is the command box where you give the commands, you give the transaction codes, right? So in SAP there are two. One is SAP Easy Access. In Easy Access you do the master records, you create the master records, you make entries, and okay, and you make entries and you generate reports. This is the actually work of SAP Easy Access. But to customize the software as per the business requirement, we have to go to SPRO. SPRO. Okay, this is called SAP Reference Project Object. Here, the consultants they customize the software according to the company's requirement. Clear?
Okay, but sir, the code you have entered, what is that code, sir? How we will identify?
I'll show you. So this is the SPRO part where the consultants they customize the software as per the requirement of the company. Here if you go, you can see the enterprise structure. First we need to create the enterprise structure. Then we have here financial accounting, right? You have the general ledger. Then you have this account receivable, accounts payable. Account receivable is customer, accounts payable is vendor, right? Then you have which is called this bank accounting. Okay, and then you have what is called asset accounting, right? And there is also the controlling part. In the controlling part, we have this general ledger controlling, cost element, cost center, internal orders, activity based costing, product costing, profitability analysis. These are all the submodules of controlling, right? So in our course, we will not be coming here. SPRO is for the consultants who customize the software as per the company requirement. You will be learning this part, SAP Easy Access, where you need to create master records, means GL master records, vendor master record, customer master record, asset master record, entries. Once you have the entries, you will have what is called the data for the reports. So you can see if you go to the accounting, you go to financial accounting, this is the general ledger, account receivable, customers, accounts payables, vendor, banks, and fixed assets. And here is the controlling. So how to go, how to navigate SAP? SAP can be navigated from by going to the path. I'm going to the path. You see general ledger, document entry, and then you have the transaction codes, FB50, FB50L, F-02, right? So these are the transaction codes. It is already defined in the system. You don't have to create any company codes. As a functional consultant, you only need to customize the software. There is no programming or coding involved as a finance consultant. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the document entry part, and then we have the report generation, right? This is the reporting part. Okay. So as a end user or as a, you know, support consultant, you need to create the general ledger, document entry, report, report generation. Right? This is the reporting part. Okay. So as a end user or as a, you know, support consultant, you need to create the general ledger, document entry, report, generation. Right? This is the reporting part. Okay. So as a, you know, support consultant, you need to create the general ledger, master records, right? So to create the generator master record, I have to close this document entry. This is the master records where you need to create the GLs. So FS00 is the transaction code to create the GL. Now, to create, if you click here, you will be able to see this is the company code. This company is Hollywood Incorporation. It's the name of the company. I have converted this company into 3501 code. So system will know 3501 code is for this company, right?
So you have already created this.
Yes, this is the work of a consultant to create this code against the name of this company.
For
Right?
each company,
And
code is required.
yes, to have in the system, SAP will only come to know the company through the company code, right? You first created a company and then we converted this company into alphanumeric or numeric. Here I have given 3501. You can give any number. I have given 3501. If the company has any subsidiary, then I will give 3502. If you have further subsidiaries, 3503, like this. Okay, so this is the central scheme from where you create the general ledger. You have the asset and the liabilities that covers the balance sheet, expenses and revenue to create the profit and loss account. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now if you click on the expense, you find a lot of GLs had already been created by other students in my other class also, right? So these are the GLs. From you can see the number. You can see the number 2001, 2002, 2003. From what this number is coming? This number is coming from chart of accounts. Under chart of accounts, we have the account group, and the account group we have the GL numbers. This is also the work of a consultant. To see that, you have to go to the SPRO, or you can give transaction code /N OBD4. Once you give the transaction code, you will find the GL. This is called GL account groups. You go to position and you give your chart of accounts 350. I've kept it same. Chart of account number and company code, I have kept it same, easy to remember. Enter. You can see the chart of accounts. See, company code and chart of accounts, I kept it same. 3501, 3501. This is account group AST for asset. I have numbered it from 1 to 1000. You can give it 1 to 1 lakh also, right? Then you will see liabilities 1001 to 2000. Then expenses 3501, 2001 to 3000, and then we have the revenue 3001 to 4000. Whenever you create a GL, the number you have to take from here. Once the number ranges get exhausted, you have to create again another number range. But this number, that number range should not overlap these numbers, right? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us go and create GLs. FS00. Okay. See, I have come through the path. If you want, you can come back by transaction code. So what is the transaction code for GL is /NFS00. Enter.
How
See,
you are writing this slash and oh, I am not getting this shortcut.
/N is common. You have to give /N. It's common.
Slash n is common. Okay.
And after
And
that, you have to give, and then after that, you give the transaction code FS00.
FS instead of
Is a transaction code to create or edit GL. Okay.
okay. FS is for transaction code to create GL.
Right. FS00. So now I'm creating a GL for expenses. Okay. So let me see in expenses from 2001 to 2043. This number has already been taken. So next number is 2044, right? Okay.
Yes.
Let us clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1 second. /N OBD4. You can see the expenses in 2001 to 3000, right? 2001 to 3000.
Yes.
Hmm.
So you can see 2043 has been taken. Till 3000 I can create, right? So next number I will take 2044. Okay, let me create a what is called a courier expenses account. Already have, I will create another one. I'll name it courier expenses 1 or 2. I will name it. Okay. So this is the option to create the GL, this icon. And the number I will take 2044. So I'll click here. It will ask which GL number you want to keep, 2044. So now you can see GL number 2044 has come. This is the company code. Just 1 second. Just hold on, please.
Okay, sir.
পরে কথা বলবো। Okay, now let us see 2044 and this is the company code. Now this GL is under primary cost or revenue. Any expenses or revenue, you have to select the 5 option: balance sheet account, non-operating expense or income, meaning any expenses or any income that is not related to your, that's not related to business, is non-operating.
Yes, sir.
So balance sheet is asset and liabilities. Non-operating expense or income is for any expense you incur or any income you earn that is not related to your business. Suppose if this company is manufacturing shoes and this company sold a property building, it is not related to your business, right? So that comes under non-operating. And
Yes, sir.
expenses incurred or revenue earned by selling shoes. This company manufactures shoes. That is comes under primary cost or revenue. Secondary costs are within the company, and cash account is a different thing, right? So you'll be taking this expense account is comes under primary cost and revenue. So we'll take primary cost and revenue. Okay.
Yes, sir. Because we are creating courier expenses, which is primary cost.
Yes. And then in account group, we'll take it as expenses.
Expenses.
Now, courier expenses. I've already created one, so I made it 2. Okay.
Yes.
And then go to control data. You have to give the currency INR. And then you slightly scroll down, and then here you have to give this one called short key.
There are lot of options, sir. I can see they not required to fill.
You can see a lot of options, but which is well is applicable, you have to only take that. Okay.
It's just like Tally, but it's a bit different from Tally.
It is not, you cannot compare SAP with Tally.
Yes.
Okay.
Scenarios are
So
same.
short key, you select here and you get a posting date, right? You will short your entries on the basis of posting date. And then now cost element category. Cost element earlier was a part of controlling. Now in HANA, this cost element is been merged with GL, right? So now whenever you create GL expense or revenue, you have to give the cost element category that is predefined in SAP. Once you give the cost element category, the data will flow to in the controlling part, right? And from controlling, you get what is called a management information reports, MIS. So here you have to select the cost element category. It will be primary cost and cost reducing revenues, right? And after that, you go to create bank interest. Here you have to select the field status group. Field status group through which you control the fields in the screen for GL. Okay. So in this case, I will take, since in the expense account, there are a lot of options are available. You have to take G004 expense account.
Okay.
Okay. And this is the keyword translation. Here you have to take, English. And I have been using this keyword AAA. Okay. Easy to identify. A lot of GLs will be there. After doing this pass is not required. You save it. And now you can
Sir,
see your
likewise, we don't require HSN number. In case of company, HSN code is required for any type of expenses.
now I am not using that. You are later on when I will go, I will show you where to put the HSN number. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now it is the courier expenses. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is how you create the courier expenses. Now, in the case, let us create a bank account here. If you go to the bank comes in the asset side of the balance sheet, right?
Yes, sir.
So you can see asset range is 1. If you see the other screen, you can see the asset. Asset is 1 to 1000, right?
Yes.
So this is the screen. You can see a lot of assets have been created. Till number 16, it has been taken, right? So let us create a bank account for you. Go to create, give the same number, next number 17, enter. So this is the GL number has come. Type and
Yes.
description. You have to select
Assets.
balance
Balance
sheet,
sheet account. Yes.
account group, asset,
Asset.
and then you create a bank account. Let us take bank account, a RBL account. Okay, RBL,
RBL.
RBL bank. Okay. Go to the control data, INR. You go to short key on the basis of posting date. Okay, and then
Sir, on the basis of, I didn't get this. Short key Y is always 01.
001 is the posting date. Means you will be shorting your entries on the basis of posting date.
So that should be in the date
What is
format.
the what is the meaning of short?
Short means small.
No, that is SHORT. This is
Okay.
SORT. What is the meaning of short?
Also, I don't know, sir.
শর্ট আউট করে লেখা যেটা লেখা হয় মানে 1 to 1 থেকে যেটা লেখা হয়
Suppose
মানে
somebody
from
has
the
given you,
beginning.
suppose somebody has given you a sack full of notes, 150, 500, all mixed. You make a bundle of 500,
Okay.
you make a bundle
Yes,
of
sir. I need to
100.
short it out. Yes, sir.
Yes, so shorting is done on the basis of posting date. Okay.
Okay.
That is the mean shorting. And the short that you're talking about small, that is SHORT, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let us go to create bank interest. Here I have to select the field status group. As per my bank, it will be G005, right? In the case of bank, you will not find the cost element category. Only case of expenses, you will get the cost element category. When you created the courier, you got the cost element category of portion here.
Yes, sir.
But in
Yes,
the
sir.
bank,
What
it
will
is
say
not.
posting?
It is
Yes.
not, right? So selected the
Yes.
category G005, give the keywords English, and then you give the keyword AAA to identify, and then you save it. Local currency only. Okay. So now you can see your RBL bank account has been created.
Yes.
So this is how you create the GL. Right? You have the account group from the number. From here, you get the number and you have to create the GL. Okay, now this is the creation of GL master record in SAP Easy Access. Here you create the master records. So I have shown you how to create the master records, right? Now, I'll show you how to make the entry now. Now our master record is ready. Now you go to general ledger, document entry. See, this is the FB50 is to make GL document entry. There are two transaction code FB50 and F-02. With both, you can make GL entries. But this is preferable because if you give FB50, you will able to see the whole thing in one screen. And F-02, you have to move to another screen. So if you go by FB50, you can see GL entry, everything is under one screen. Why this is not going down? One second, huh?
Sure, sir.
Okay, this should go down actually. Every time it is going up, now it will go down. Okay, now why too many screens are there? Okay, so okay, for this screen only. Okay, now so this is the GL document entry. This is the single screen, and if you give /n F-02, see you will have the option to move to another screen. From here, you have to enter and move to another screen. But in FB50, you have the option to see the whole screen in one shot. Okay.
Yes.
Now, I have created the courier account. I have created the bank account. Now I have to do the payment. Suppose I have to pay the bank. I have to pay the courier per courier. So what will be the journal entry?
Courier account debited to bank account. Courier account debited to bank account.
Okay, courier account debit to bank account. Okay, 1 second now. কি আসছে দুটো স্ক্রিন কেন খুলে আছে? One minute, huh? One second. Select. Okay. Apply. Okay. Just 1 second, huh? Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now /n FB50. So now you can see the screen properly. Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
so you give the document date first. F4, if you find this key F4 in your computer, F4, and then you give F2. So you will get the today's date. Okay.
Yes.
And then when you're making an entry, so courier account debit to bank, right?
Yes.
I'll click here. I'll select my GL account. Now, the easy way, that is why giving the keyword AAA. If you give, you'll only able to see the GLs under AAA. So we have created the courier account, courier expenses too, right?
These fields are important. These are the shortcuts for SAP while in doing general entries. Keyword is so shortcut, no, sir?
Sorry, I'm not getting you. Yeah, shortcut. You will able to see your. This is not shortcut. You will able to see your, because a lot of people are using now this public server, right? So that is why.
Okay. Okay.
Now courier account is debit, right?
Yes, sir.
Let us take 100 rupees you are paying.
Okay.
Payment for courier.
This is the narration part.
Yes. And then you give the cost center. Cost center are your departments or can be your factories, right? Cost center already been created. This is also the work of a consultant to create a cost center.
Cost center is suppose why it is required, sir, cost center?
Because when you made any expenses, who will take the burden of that expense? Which department, which factory, right?
Okay.
So you have to find it out. So management, how the management will come to know that this courier expenses, who on whose head, who has done these expenses, right? So you need to have the cost center. Cost center can be your department, can be your corporate office, can be your factories, right? So normally courier expenses are generally been incurred by the offices, right? So I've given the GL account and then I will select my bank account. I have to credit my bank, right?
Yes.
If I don't give AAA, see what will happen? You will get so many GLs.
Yeah, lots of.
So that is why
Yes, sir.
it is to give the keyword so that you can easily get what you have created. So I'll take the bank account RBL Bank. So RBL Bank will be credited
Yes.
100 rupees. In case of bank, you have to give the value date. Remember, always, because on that day the transaction has been incurred, right? After giving this, you get the option to simulate, right? You get the option to simulate. If you simulate, you can see that courier expenses RBL 40 is the debit key, 50 is the credit key. This is the SAP defined. For normal GL, 40 is the debit, 50 is the credit. I have made 1 lakh. See, this is some numerical errors are going on in the software. When I give 100, it takes 1 lakh. So don't worry about that. You have to give the exact figure. So courier account debit to RBL Bank. This is the way you can see that whether you have made any errors or not. Because in SAP, once you post an entry, you cannot delete the entry. You can only reverse the entry. Okay. So that is the option. We simulate it. If find everything is okay, then we post it. And see the document 6256 was posted. This document number has come. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now we have made an entry. We have a data now, right? So like of thousands of entries are made, you have a very good data. But for learning purpose, I have made a one entry and just to show you how to see the reports. So I have created the master record. I have made the entries. Now I will show you the reports, right? First is if /n FB03, Facebook 03, 6256. If you give this transaction code FB03 enter, by default it will come 6256. And then you enter, you see the what entry you have made.
Okay.
This is called data entry view. If you click on the line, you will be able to see, 1 second, what entry you are made.
Yes.
If you click on the general ledger view, you will see which fiscal year, in which ledger it has been posted. This ledger 0L is called the master ledger or the parent ledger. In SAP, every company will have one compulsory parent ledger or master
And
ledger, that is
master, in which all the transactions will appear.
fiscal year, and the period is 5. In SAP, the months are considered as period. In India, we have the financial starting from April. April, May, June, July, August. We are in August. That is why the period is 5.
Okay, sir.
And this is the header document. If you click on the header document, you will get the reference key. Reference key is also known as audit trail. It is a combination of document number, company code, and fiscal year. And who has created this document, his ID will show. Date, timing. Timing is something wrong is given here. Everything. Your auditors will be able to know who has made the entry.
Yes.
This is the audit trail. So in audit trail is the reference key, which is a combination of document number, company code, and fiscal year.
Got it.
This is the general ledger view. Next, /n FBL3N. This is called general ledger line item display. What is a line item? Line item is debit and credit. Okay. Line item is debit and credit. So let us see the GL. Which GL got involved in our transaction? That's the courier. So we'll
Yes,
take the courier expenses to company code, date, execute. You can see the courier expenses. See, this is the assignment number, document number. This is the business area, means the cost center, document type, document date, posting key 41 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh has been posted.
payment for
Payment for courier.
Yes. So we are displaying, we are just saying what we have done.
You unmute your microphone, background noise is coming. Mute your microphone, please. So this is the courier expenses. Now there's another account involved, that is the bank account, right? Let us take the bank, RBL Bank. Execute, you will be able to see 1 lakh. Why it is negative? Because you don't have any account in the bank. Money. So that is why it's a minus sign as well. So 1 lakh negative balance you are having. So FB03 to see the document entry, FBL3N to see line item display, and to see /n FS10N. Enter to see the 1 minute. It's taking time. Okay. And now you execute. Okay, you have to give the account number. So account number is AAA. Enter. Give the courier expense and then execute. You can see the GL balance. Can you see?
Is it date wise or for the period? We have to select date or anything?
It is already in today's date, fiscal year. Date I will show you later on. 1 second. Let me see export, view, choose layout. execute. It's not showing here. Anyway,
Okay, just
it is
put the
today's, yeah, today's posting. Okay.
Okay.
Today's posting 1 lakh. Date will come here, but that portion is not showing here. I have to check the configuration. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So is it clear to you?
Yes.
So in today's class, we actually gone through all this, right? So how to create the GL master record. Then we created what is called we made entries, and then we gone through this what is called these reports. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But basically, sir, how we will get to know all these shortcuts which we have slash and which we have navigated?
This is not shortcut. This is by giving transaction code.
Is
This
it
is not.
available,
This
sir?
is not shortcut. These are all transaction codes.
Okay, you can see here only.
FB50.
Okay. So,
Master
but you
records.
told us that we cannot edit the entry we have posted, but I can see here also FV50 is for edit or park GL document.
Which one?
FV50 edit or park.
This is a park document. In SAP, you cannot delete. There is option for edit, but it will not allow you. Only the text, but you can do it. Okay.
Not the numbers.
Yeah, we come back to that point. So you can
Okay,
see
sir.
one by one. So FB50,
Yeah, sure.
if there's 02, you can use this or you can this too. This is
Yes.
recommended. Right? Then you go down, you will able to see FB03 to display. FB03. Okay.
Yes, sir. That is the which you have shown us.
Okay, now let us go to another one. /n FB50. Okay, 1 second, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now again I'm giving you F4, F2. Sorry, F1 second. F4, F2. Let me check the GL again. AAA. So let me take another one. This rent account I'm taking. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Rent account debit to bank.
Yes.
500 rupees. Again, same we have to move.
Next.
Payment for rent. Cost center. Hyderabad factory. And then you take the bank. Let me take SBI. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Credit 500. In case of bank, you have to give the value date. Okay. F4, F2. After giving this, after doing this, you can simulate. You can simulate it. So you can see rent account debit to SBI. Now the question is, suppose you have no right to pass the entry or post the entry, but you have created the entry. What you can do, you can park it. So once you park it, you'll able to see the document number 6257. Can you see?
Yes, sir. 6257 was parked.
So document, there is no accounting impact. This document is parked, right? Remember this number 6257. So if I
Yes,
give
sir.
the transaction code /n FV03, it will take 6257. If you give enter, what you will see, this document initially parked. It will not
Yes,
show
sir.
anything.
It will not impact in the balance sheet.
Yes. So what you have to do, you have to give transaction code /n. Let me go out of this first. Let me come out of this. Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
this is the portion FB50. When you click on FB50, you go to document, you select the part document.
Okay.
By default, it is coming, but if there is n number of claims, then you have to give the numbers,
Yes,
right?
sir. Got it, sir.
There is the option, you click here, you will able to give. Suppose today's under posting date, you want to see all the park document. You give the posting date and you enter, you'll able to see all the park documents. But here, since you have created only one, so by default one is showing. You continue
Yes.
here, and now the park document is back.
Yes.
Now your manager will check it, and then what he will do? He will post it.
Post.
So document is posted. The document number remains the same. It never changes. Clear?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes, sir.
So I'll close for today. Rahul, it's already very late. So from
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you for this, sir. Thank you
one
so
second.
much. Sir,